Hi everybody and welcome. This is Vincent, and together with Daniel Sink, I've been working on the Blackbox lab for you for the last couple of weeks, and we figured we would give you a small overview of what you can expect from the new version 138, which we call the 180 release that is scheduled to land tomorrow on Tuesday. So when you open up the Blackbox lab, there's always been an option to load a sample flight, but we also realized that the sample flight, which is Daniel's Bell heli, is quite properly tuned and that it might not show you all the edges and ends of the program. So one addition that we've made directly on the home screen is the Diagnostics Academy, which should help you to learn more about software and what it does, how to figure out stuff. So you have a set of sample flights that are all a little bit off or have a problem, and there's even a reveal function, so you can look for the issue and then check if what you found matches the revealable information, the solution. A bit of a quiz like. What you want to do when you start looking at your own logs is open your log, pick one. It can be a multi-flight log, so multiple flights are analyzed as well. What you'll find is that the whole parsing of the logs is a lot faster. We managed to speed that up by a factor 8 to 10 on large logs. So rather than like half a minute, this is going to be like 3, 4, 5 seconds tops. And once your log is loaded, what you'll see is that the home now has a flight verdict. There is a total of 7 cards. So one is analyzing the vibration, the rotor speed, the tuning score, power, ESC, and battery. But there's also two entirely new labs here. One is the signal lab, and the other one is a BEC lab. Below that, you'll find a list of the first things to tackle. So it's starting with a signal, bad signal. This heli is a sample which had a bad signal. It says check the antenna placement, followed by tackling vibration, checking rotor speed, ESC, battery. If you want to load a different log, then you can find the log loading here in the bottom. There is also a section that shows you the log quality, so the quality of the log that you fed, whether all the information is there or could be properly read. And you can even increase the recommendations by adding CLI dumps. The next big thing, the next big thing that we started to roll out in this version is already here is this flights change pack. The engine now will start to make recommendations, so it's rather than like pointing you to certain graphs and to having you figure out yourself, the system, the app is now going to give you recommendations, what to change, what to tune. If CLI data is present, it's even going to make the first version of absolute recommendation, like change this value to this. If there isn't without the CLI present, it's going to give you relative, like change this upwards, change this downwards kind of recommendations. You can hover or click on each one of the verdicts or on the cards here to be taken directly to the lab. And what you already see here is that the first part that is now present in every one of the labs is that there's always a verdict, which is aimed at telling you exactly what it found, and a very actionable try this first, so what to change. If you go back, if you take a different one, here's a rotor speed one in the governor lab. It says there's no target recorded. Repeat the same maneuver and watch it. So you'll find a pair of verdict and try this first on every lab. You have a full log viewer which has a lot of functions, a lot of graphs in it. You can dig down into every one of the bits of information and all the log data. There is also a general advanced mode that you can switch to, and you'll find that in the newest version, for the simple view, we have hidden a lot of the stuff. So if you click on the advanced mode, you see that there's going to be a lot more data. There's feed forward check, term balances, and this is present on every page now. And if you just want to look at the data of one page, you can always click this button here that says show the advanced data, and it will temporarily put you in an advanced mode, and you can hide it again if you don't want to switch to the advanced mode in general, but want the advanced information to verify that what you're getting presented is actually correct. The next part that is really new is now you have a flight replay for your entire flight with stick inputs. And you can configure all the dashboard below it, so you can add various graphs, you can reorder them up and down, you can also choose from all the logged fields that are in this log. So in this case it's 85 fields in 19 groups that you can all add as graphs by simply just clicking Once you close that, you'll see that there's going to be new graphs for each one of those values. Each one of the graphs also supports zooming, so if, for example, you wanted to look at this section, you could zoom in on it, and then you can also double click each graph to reset the view. There's a selection for the playback speed. You can click play, and then you'll have the stick and the playhead in the entire graphs, and you can even scrub this any speed you want. If you go to pause, you can really just scrub this and just move through the entire graphs and stick playback as you like. This is also going to be this configurable output starting from no graph overlay at all as the base for a future video overlay. So you can really configure the overlay that you'll be able to export and add to your videos later. Then you have the new labs, the filter lab, the PID lab, where even on each one of the flight events, you can click on them. It's going to play back the stick input for exactly this flight event with the section of the graph that it refers to also highlighted in the graph below. There is now a servo travel check. There's the technical PID analysis in the bottom, a lot of the advanced functions. You have a new signal lab now that measures the receiver signal during the flight. There is a BEC lab that gives you an overview of whether your receiver and your servers were properly fed. We have an updated compare flight section. We have a health record now with trends, so you have a complete health check for the flight, and a new PDF report that you can build from the data. Let me just save this somewhere, open it somewhere, and here we go. That shows you all the exact same data that was in the flight lab, in the Blackbox lab, as a PDF that you can share and save. So that's something that's actually a lot better than the HTML that was there before. In the settings, you have the option to change the stick overlay modes, or the stick mode, the receiver mode, and you also find the option there to share the data and change the share settings. We really ask you to help us get the logs, because the logs that have been collected since version 1 was out are really helping to shape and to recalibrate the entire logic and the scoring. Let us know. We hope you're excited for the new version. It should land tomorrow, and we look forward to you trying it out. Thank you very much for your help, and we hope you enjoyed the work that we've put into this. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.